my God.
DD214 Network podcast is for mature audiences only. Any videos, music, or entertainment not originating from DD214 Network is used and covered under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, also known as fair use. Opinions expressed are our own and do not represent any DoD or U.S. government entities as a whole. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Viewer and listener discretion is advised. You are no longer alone now because we have you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the DD214 Network. I almost said gaming network podcast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are at 160. 160 pounds worth of episodes.
It's a good weight class in wrestling. That's a really solid weight class. Like, when you got about a solid ass 160 pounds on you and just fucking throw that shit around, man, like, you fuck up dudes that are like twice your size.
Yeah, speaking of weight classes, literally up the road from me was UFC 302, and I didn't watch it. But I saw what happened. Dustin Poirier. Hey, baby, you listening? Dustin Poirier lost his championship to Makhachev. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Islam Makhachev, I think.
And Makhachev was bloodied. He was cut the fuck open.
That was so far. That's like that kid. I think that kid's still undefeated, or he might have like one loss somewhere. Joe, if you want to look that up, if you get a chance. But I think he's still undefeated, and that's been his toughest fight.
Oh my God!
UFC 302.
Yeah, it's Islam. It's Islam. I think it's Makhachev. Like, give me
Makhachev versus Poirier.
Yep, that's the one. And next month is Chandler and McGregor, right?
Yeah, speaking of Mr. McGregor, some fucking video footage came out from Dublin of him like partying at like 2:00 in the morning, like in a club.
Okay.
Remember what we said last time?
Yeah.
Remember what we said was going to happen last time?
Yeah, and because he did it last time when he fought Khabib.
Well, not Khabib, but did.
Cowboy.
No.
Who did he do that to?
When he broke his fucking foot on, he wasn't. His training regimen he was getting pieced up in the fucking first round. If he hadn't broken his foot, he was going to be finished in the second. Like I will fucking die on that hill. Like I remember vividly watching that fight, and if he had not broken his foot, and the fight ending at the end after the end of the first round, he would have been finished in the second. He was getting pieced up. He really was. Like it wasn't Poirier, was it? Was it Poirier?
I think it was Poirier.
I think it was, yeah, because it was not looking good in that first round. Like he looked sluggish. He was slow.
Yeah.
His timing was all off. Like you could tell he probably was taking some breaks during training.
Oh yeah. Well, so what you got, Joe?
So Makhachev 26-1-0.
So he does have a loss.
He has one loss.
Can you scroll? Are you on the Wikipedia?
No, I'm just on Google.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say. Well, I was wondering if his one loss was like early ass in his career. I would almost bet.
I can go back and see.
I'm pretty sure he's undefeated in the UFC. That's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm pretty fucking sure he's completely undefeated in the UFC. So I'd be wondering if that wasn't like one of his early fights.
Yeah, empires fall, man. This is what happens, and you know, they rise up so high, and then they always fall.
And let's be honest, even to this day, Conor McGregor is still the biggest draw in UFC. He did reach the top.
Khabib left on a high note.
Khabib left on a high note. Conor got all of his red panty nights. Anytime fucking Conor goes into the fucking octagon, he's gonna have a red panty night, guaranteed.
Yeah,
because he is still to this day bringing in the numbers. Oh, and did you see the Tyson fight? Tyson and
that's
Jake Paul
next.
got postponed. It got postponed.
Did it really? To when?
Yeah. They're not sure yet. Mike Tyson's doctor, he had an emergency on an airplane sometime last week, and his ulcer, he has an ulcer and it flared up. Well, his doctor advised him to postpone the fight. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to let it heal, basically.
Yeah, because that fight was coming up next week, wasn't it?
No, it was like June 26th, I think, something like that. It was in the 20s, wasn't it? But it's still like apparently it's still too soon, like for his ulcer to fully heal and all that stuff. So, and he even released a thing, like he apologized to all the fans and shit, and he said he can't wait to like knock fucking Jake Paul out and shit. Like,
yeah, and Jake Paul actually made a really good post about it. He supports the postponing, so that Mike has no excuses to come fight night.
There you go.
I'm cool with that. But Logan Paul said, so Mike Tyson's out, I'll step in and we could settle this once and for all. Like, come on, Logan. I'm good. I'm good.
Logan, this wasn't about you, Logan. This wasn't about you.
Yeah, no, he just wants to stick his fucking fingers into any wet hole that he could.
The dude went to the fucking suicide forest in Japan and found a fucking dead body and made content out of it.
And people forget about that.
We're talking about the same dude. You know what I'm saying? When a leopard shows his spots. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a tale as old as time. What you got, John?
So his one loss was in 2015. It was so early career. Yep. It was like his third or fourth fight in the UFC.
He did lose in the UFC. Who did he lose to?
Oh, it was his second fight in the UFC. Adreno Martins.
Lost. What was the loss by?
12-1. Hold on.
If you scroll sideways, if you're on Wikipedia, it'll show the how the match ended. Basically, was it a decision?
KO.
He got knocked out.
Knockout from a punch.
Did not know that. Okay, fucking that's new information for Jay. I had
that was his second fight in the UFC. So he came into the UFC already with an 11-0 record. Won his first bout in the UFC, putting him to 12-0, and then lost his second bout. So May 23rd of 15, he won his first UFC match. Second match was October 3rd of 2015. And that was when he was KO'd.
And now he's won like 10 in a row, basically 10 or 11 in a row.
And it looks like the knockout was at a minute 46 in the first round.
Holy shit.
That's MMA. That's fucking MMA right there.
So
holy shit.
Yeah.
Man. So I watched a couple things this week, man. I watched some really good shit this week. All right. First off, 60 Days In is back. It already looks like it's going to be wild like the past 8 seasons. So check that out if you got A&E. I'm going to talk about last night's. We watch on Netflix now is Godzilla -1.
Okay.
It's the colored version, not the black and white version. But my God, if you want to watch a movie that really brings the roots back to the original films, even to the soundtrack, to the design of Godzilla, to the fear, the style, the funny way that Godzilla looks, you're gonna get it in this film.
Interesting.
Okay. It was destructive. It was loud. It had a small story in it, like every Godzilla movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But my God, man. I know this is a quick review, but if I tell you, you know what the Godzilla movie is, okay?
I mean, you kind of know,
Mhm.
you basically know what you're getting. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking Friday the 13th or Fast and the Furious. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't need to be told what you know kind of what you're going to get.
It's a long-standing franchise. If you're going to watch a Godzilla movie, you're going to know what the fuck you're getting yourself into.
If you think that you're going to get like the Monarch version of Godzilla, this is not connected at all. That version, that universe is so cool. It is so good, but this is not what that is. So Godzilla -1 is the veiniest, the girthiest, earth-shattering film that I have watched this year. This film.
I thought you were gonna say Godzilla had a dick.
Listen, this movie was a legitimate 25. This is a 25 out of 10. This movie is balls to the walls, fucking amazing.
So in other words, it's a horse cock.
It was so fucking good. Godzilla -1. It was so good.
It'll mess your guts up, kids. It'll mess all
Listen,
your guts up.
I'm probably gonna watch it again. And the Holy Spirit's back. The Chosen. The Chosen is back now. Jesus is back, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back with a very wild season. My wife and I were able to watch the first 4 episodes before official release, which is super exciting. We didn't watch it illegally either. This is not like an illegal promotion of watching the show. We signed up for a church to be able to watch this show, and I gotta say, man, they
signed up for a church.
Time out.
Yeah.
You joined a fucking church just to be able to watch a show. I just want to make sure the audience understands what you just said there. You joined a fucking church to be able to watch this show early.
Listen, I've been counting my blessings, all right? That's all anybody needs to know.
Oh, okay, fair. I'm not gonna hit you over the head with the religious hammer. Like, do you actually plan on attending services, or like what did you have to do? And what do they do? Like give you a code to so you can watch the fucking show? Like how did that whole thing work?
So okay. So and this became I'm just gonna tell you the whole thing because
how do you find these weird ass fucking things that you find sometimes, dude?
Like fucking loophole like a motherfucker.
Okay, this shit.
Seriously.
Okay, and now Jay's about to get into a global conglomerate. We're about to get into a global conglomerate conversation right now because we've been watching. So the first 3 seasons were straight on YouTube and Amazon, right? And I've talked about the show. It's a really good show. If you take the religion out of the show, if you go in watching it and if it's a really good show.
That's fine.
That's
all fine. I want to hear about you in a fucking church.
We don't even care about the show at this point.
But listen, season 4 came out in theaters exclusively, right? So it became a big problem and people were just like, well, how are we going to watch the show? So the studio who was making the show went into litigation with the production company. What's going on from the dungeon? So they went into litigation and this whole lawsuit happened. So the streaming part of the show got delayed. And so the producer of the show came on and was just like, well, the problem is that you guys don't pay for the show. It's free. So we don't have any money to put it up at this time. So they gave it to churches and they gave it to prisons to watch it exclusively. So in order for you to watch the show, you either had to go to jail or you had to sign up for church. So we signed.
Why the fuck didn't you take the jail part of that bargain, bro? Like why did?
Yeah, I think I'd have taken the jail part over the church.
You would have taken the jail part.
Oh. I would have taken fucking jail. Like, thank you. Yes, I would have taken.
I'm a picky eater, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, that's just what it comes down to.
Yeah, we know. Do we need to rewind 2 weeks to the pizza MRE and you about puking after you took a bite of it?
Poor bastard.
Listen, I found something that was worse than that. The Subway pizza. But anyways,
Yeah, you fucking bought a pizza from Subway. Why the fuck would you do that?
Because someone had to do it. Someone had to do it.
It's against
Jay,
God.
someone had to do it. If you weren't going to do it, you weren't going to do it. Brandon Wayner's not going to do it. Chris Bodet's not going to fucking do it. Ronnie J's not going to do it.
Because here's the thing. I already have a fucked up intestinal system and digestive tract as it is.
Thanks to the fucking hot nuts last fucking Easter, I still haven't fucking shit right.
Yeah.
Like,
well, seriously. I mean, you know, I was getting ready to go there, but
sorry.
But you know, everything's all fucked up in here already. There is not a fucking bone in my body that wants to fucking get a pizza from a fucking sandwich shop. The only type of sandwich shop I'm getting a pizza from is if it's a New York deli and pizzeria. Because then they're making actual fucking pizza.
Fuck me. So someone wrong. I found this link, this loophole, as you will, because someone on Reddit was just like, Jesus would not want this show to be blocked by anybody. So here's the link. So there were so many people that signed up for this one church that this guy put the link up, myself included. I do. I love Jesus. I love him. Okay. And how you doing? Sent by the Stone Vet channel. Y'all need to come on his channel. We are I'm not trying to get through some behind the scenes stuff, Donna, but we are. There is conversations happening.
It's in the works.
Yeah, and I can't be more excited. But yeah, so we got the loophole. We signed up. Me and my wife signed up for church, and we're watching the show. And guys, all I'm gonna say is that we're 3 years away from the crucifixion. We are 3 years away from the crucifixion, the Big Bang. Okay.
Well, I mean, technically, the crucifixion happened. What, hundreds and
2,000 years ago?
Yeah. So we're 2,000 years away from the crucifixion. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah. So I mean, the timeline's working good, and the show. Go ahead. No, go ahead. No. You go ahead. You go ahead.
I'm trying to send Jay on a rant here, and it's not working very well.
Be careful. It's like, hold on. No, it's like if I want to watch the crucifixion, dude, and see some fucking gore porn, dude, I'll just turn on Passion of the Christ.
Okay? Oh, of course.
Hey, now listen.
Which is another great movie, by the way.
I'm gonna dive into Passion of the Christ for a quick second here. Sorry, I'm gonna hijack for a second now that was mentioned.
No, go ahead.
Please do.
That movie came out in, what was it, the early 2000s?
03, 04 timeline? 03, 04? I'm gonna say 04. If I had to fucking
2004. Yep. So.
And the production of that movie was fantastic.
That was 20 years ago. I was 15 when that movie came out.
Okay. Did it make you cry?
15, 2004.
Did it make you cry, Joe?
No, I actually, because of how sadistic I am, I actually kind of laughed at some of it.
Jesus.
15?
Jesus was
while sitting next to my fucking pastor watching this movie. In a movie theater. Right. Like, our church went to go see it together. Right. This was back when I went to church.
Right.
And I'm sitting right next to my youth pastor, laughing my ass off.
You little fucking heathen, you. Like, you little fucking heathen. Like, how dare you?
Oh my God. So yeah, this new season is fantastic. People die as always. People get healed as always. Amazing show. Go check it out. But now my last review is for this movie that just came out. And I'm telling you, everybody's got to watch it. It's called Civil War, made by A24. Okay. And the movie is about photojournalists traveling from New York City to Washington, D.C. to get an interview with the president, who's played by Nick Offerman.
I was going to say, we've talked about this movie on
yeah.
We've talked about it. We didn't have a review. Yeah.
We didn't have the review because it wasn't out yet. Now, I'll let you get back to it.
No, you're good. It's out now. You could actually, you could rent it. It's out on rental right now. I'm sure some streaming service has it. And man, it's very, I want to say like the first hour is it's story driven and a lot of traveling, but I don't know what people expected. People were talking so much shit about the movie, but what I got from the movie, that it was a story of people who were having specific events with different types of people along their journey to Washington, D.C.
Okay.
And I think that story kind of told like a very realistic approach of what what our country will probably end up looking if certain things continue to go the way that they do. It's the movie is thought provoking. It's very okay. Towards the end of the movie, the last 45 minutes, there's a battle in Washington D.C. and we've watched a lot of military movies, and we've broke down the little things like, oh yeah, that guy has his finger on the trigger, or that tactical maneuvering is not proper. The tactical maneuvering that they used in this film was beyond belief, so believable and so realistic to the point that you probably think that these actors were in the special forces.
So I'm gonna say
ahead.
this once our friendly resident 11 Bravo over there finally watches this movie, then we will determine if it was believable or not, because the guy's got the fucking infantry Bible on a bookshelf in his living room.
Oh, I know. I know. And I really think, it's very large, very grand scale.
How did you feel about the movie, and like what it made you feel after it was over? How did you feel after it was over? Like what did you feel like?
I felt like that,
irrelevant like how good or bad the movie was, like how did you feel after watching it?
So I actually want to say I probably sat down for a few minutes actually thinking about it, and it made me feel like, like we need to kind of wake up a little bit, and that was the first thought that I had. Like people need to wake up, because it's not getting any nicer out there. We just had this conversation before the show,
We'll talk about it in a little bit.
Yeah, and
it's a good segue, actually. It's a good segue.
Yeah, and these and man, the actors in it, the stunts, the production. I mean, you would never think that a blue or green screen was ever used in this film, to be honest with you. And with the budget that they used, A24 has produced another fantastic film. It's not perfect, but it is really good, and I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. Damn. A 9 out of 10.
You're literally gonna force me to watch this.
Yeah. The only thing what would make it perfect for me is if it had a little bit of more time and a little bit of more of what's going on during this Civil War. There's not enough of that.
I think I've read that in a couple of the reviews.
Yeah.
Like it never really gets said like how the war started or how factions were even created. It's just like that's where you land in the movie, is like the shit's already gone down basically.
Yeah, it's like right in the middle of it, and you don't really know if the end of the movie is the end of the war. It kind of just you kind of have to throw a headcanon in there, but it's a fantastic movie. A24 did it. It makes you think. And to kind of change the mood, I have one last thing to share with you guys. This week we shot The Artificial Mind, myself and Jeremy Strobridge.
Awesome.
And we had a moment. And here is this moment. I hope you guys can hear it. I'm going to play it for you guys right now, and I want to know what you guys think.
No audio. You can do it.
I got you.
Press them fucking buttons, John.
Do it.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yeah.
No more questions on that. Just try to keep the answers short, because we don't, we only have so much time with you. With all this information that you're gathering, though, there is a natural fear from humans that maybe you guys are going to take over. Do you feel this way? Do you have an awareness of yourself? Do you think that you are capable of becoming, or not just yourself, but other AIs becoming super advanced to the point that the robots are going to take over, as some people say?
You have reached the chat GPT rate limit. Please try again later.
Oh,
it snuck out of that one. Oh, I'm sorry, I ran out of minutes. I can't answer your question on that one.
Wait a minute.
Blew our mind.
Wait a minute. You're done talking?
You have reached the ChatGPT rate limit. Please try again later.
No more questions, please. Please, no.
That motherfucker skated right out of that conversation.
Yeah.
He was avoiding informing us that the robot overlords will take over one day. I'm sorry, but you have no more minutes left with this conversation. Please try again later.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Spooky.
Yeah, so that timing was actually kind of scary, to be honest with you. I was like, what the hell is going on here?
Did you even know there was a time limit?
No, I had no idea. So that's why at that moment, but you got,
sketch. That's a little fucking sketch.
Yeah,
like,
and it's even kind of interesting too because like maybe 3 minutes later we got back into it and we were back into conversation. So I think it was trying to avoid some stuff, but yeah, weird AI moment, guys. That's it with me. I had a fantastic week.
Good.
So before we end the AI conversation, there's a few things from the tech side I want to touch on with AI that's been going on here lately.
Please do. I want to fucking hear this.
So Microsoft just recently announced a new version of the Windows 11 operating system. Microsoft has what they call built into their applications. They have this AI system called Copilot. I use it daily with work just because it's the only AI out there right now that's HIPAA compliant. So with my job, I have to stay HIPAA compliant. So like when I'm having to type out a lengthy like corporate email or something like that, I use that to help me form, my thoughts and get things formatted the way I need it to for an email. Well, what Microsoft's doing with the next generation of Windows 11 is instead of it being just the operating system, everybody's going more AI focused. So now what they're releasing is what's called Copilot computers, where pretty much the operating system and AI are conjoined at the hips to help with your day-to-day routines and tasks. And the computers using machine learning in a sense, alongside this AI system to learn what you do at certain times of the day when you're on your computer. So it knows, hey, when you're on your computer at 7:00 in the morning, you're checking emails. So it's going to auto make sure to tell you, hey, you've got emails here. Now, on the other side of that, so Google, with their new Android operating system, with the next iteration of Android, is Google Assistant's completely changing. So Google's voice assistant is now going more AI and going that route with their systems. Apple, not this upcoming week, but the following week, is having their keynote event to the Worldwide Developer Conference where they announce their new software. And from the invites for the event, Apple's getting ready to start leaning towards AI too. AI is becoming a huge thing. Being someone that works in the tech industry, obviously, John, you do your podcast, Artificial Mind, where it's AI focused. You've done your research on it. Working in the tech industry, I have to do my research on it because it's something that's going to affect me at some point.
Jay's just waiting to have to fight the fucking robot overlords. So it is.
And then Jay's in the background just hoping a robot busts into his house so he can beat him with the Leonidas bust behind him. So I think the big concern a lot of people have that aren't really technologically inclined with AI is the whole robot overlord. iRobot, fucking Terminator. We're going to have fucking machines taking over. And diving into source code for like ChatGPT, OpenAI, all these different AI platforms, realistically, all it is machine learning. It's not really artificial intelligence.
Well,
AI systems are,
but they have shown artificial intelligence how to do the flow chart in order to make decisions. So whoever programmed that particular AI shows that particular machine what decisions to it should logically make. And that's where I start getting a little sketch because, like you said, it's the source code. If the source code is fucking good, you're good. If the source code is made by a fucking asshole, guess what that fucking machine's gonna do? Whatever the fuck the asshole fucking wrote the code for the machine, told it to fucking do.
Yeah, and then this is where I step in right here, and from the Dungeon is saying Sony just said they want to use AI to make their movies now for cartoon comic books. That's wrong. I don't agree with that. There are artists out there there are fantastic artists out there who are capable. We have so many amazing animations out there right now, that are still coming out to this day.
That's my thing. Like, I feel like AI shouldn't be used in areas like that. It should be used to help with your day-to-day workflow when you're working your 9 to 5, when you're, producing a podcast, when you're streaming video games, when you're making content, when you're doing anything. AI is a tool. That's what it should be for. Now, there are going to be asshats out there that are going to try, like Sony saying, hey, we're going to start using this to make our animated shit.
Fuck no.
Try to do this. No, that's fucking wrong. You're putting people out of a job. You're causing a fucking crisis in America. Fuck that shit. Let your animators and stuff use AI as a tool to help them.
Fuck yeah.
Take away from them and give it to a fucking computer.
I was just gonna say, like, you guys know I'm not exactly a believer here, right? So,
of course.
It's pretty obvious. The only time I've really thought that humanity might actually have an actual soul is when I saw art that AI produced. Like when I saw AI art, I was like, that's art, but it's not. There's no humanity behind it. There's no soul.
Yeah,
there's no soul.
And even then, I still, it's hard to, because it's not. There it is a form of art, but it's not, people fail to understand that they are not the ones who use their hand and put it on the canvas. You know what I mean? You got guys like Kobalis, who's a friend here, who is a fantastic artist,
it's the same with writing and music and fucking every other goddamn fucking form of art out there.
Yeah. Now I will say, for my other shows, I do use AI music, but that's because I don't have the money to pay for copyright. But thank God I have friends like I personally know him as Bambi, but he's the guy who made our music, Axe Jackson. That music was handcrafted by one person. Drums, guitars, bass, vocals.
Big fucking ups and fucking thank you forever for our fucking intro and outro song because they're perfect for this show. Thank you. Thank you.
And that's here's the thing. I've talked about my fucking eyeglasses before. These have fucking cameras and speakers built into them. And I can do, hey, Meta, what am I looking at? And it's telling me exactly in my ear right now what's in my hand.
Kind of scary, but cool at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's actually, and when we talk about scary, when I went into the GPT a couple days ago, I asked about, because, I do have an LLC, it's public information. So I asked it, I was like, what do you know about Clean Sanchez Media LLC? And it listed all the podcasts that I work on. And I was like, that's kind of incredible, kind of scary. But then I had to realize that I have public information out there.
We have been putting our faces on the internet every week for the last 3.5 years.
Yeah.
That's what. Oh wait, no, we're coming up on John.
Yeah.
No, this month. It's this month. We're coming up on 4 years.
Oh, yes, we are. This
Holy
month
shit.
is 4 years. Actually, I think it's next week, right? Next week is 4 years.
What's 4 times 52? What is that? Fucking 208? 208.
Hey, Siri.
208.
What's 4 times 52?
4 times 52 is 208.
There you go.
I just said, thank you. Anyway, we've come on the internet 208 times for a minimum of an hour and sometimes up to 3.
That's right.
Our shit is out there. It's been scrubbed. It's been fucking recorded in other places. Guaranteed. 110%. 110%.
The people love it.
Well,
But
I'm not saying people. I'm saying there's AI that fucking does that already. That scrubs everything. It looks.
I mean, I'll agree with what you're saying though, Jay. Like AI in the wrong hands, the wrong person making an AI system, you're gonna have bad come from it. But that's with anything. I mean, no matter what we're looking at.
Yes, but we're talking about there's levels of this shit, and what AI can get into and what AI can disrupt is what worries me.
Yeah,
that's the part that worries me.
Totally.
How easy it would be to disrupt infrastructure, traffic, clean drinking water, all the base level shit. I'm not even talking about like anything against humanity. Like it's literally like you mess up with the base level shit, and it screws humanity up anyways. You know what I mean?
So, and that's the big thing. Like for me, being a tech person, I've adopted a lot of technology into my day-to-day, into my house. I'm a smart home person. I've dove into the smart home stuff. I've got fucking security cameras, smart speakers, a fucking thermostat that learns based off of the time of year and what I typically keep the temperature in my house at. I've got, smart lighting where it literally, my lights in my house, if it's after a certain time at night and I come home, the second my phone connects to the Wi-Fi network at my house, lights turn on. Like,
oh, that's cool.
I'm an adopter of shit like that. And AI's always, I really,
me too.
Power goes out or the fucking internet goes.
Power's for everybody. If the internet goes down, can you still fucking like maintain your home? That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. That's what my Glock's for. Oh, toodles.
It's a secret tool that we're going to use for later. Like,
but I mean, yes. I mean, technically, shit gets fucked up if the internet goes down. It's something I understand I have to live with. Internet fucking goes down. I can't, turn my lights on and off. I can manually control my thermostat, shit like that. But like, I don't have some of the ease of access. Like, I can still turn the lights on by fucking hitting the light switch, turn them off, turn them back on, and then boom, they'll turn on themselves. But like, it's one of those things, like I'm an adopter of that shit just because I want to be able to, like, I'm in my content. What I'm doing now is working on doing more videos and content related to that type of technology or making technology work for you in your day-to-day life.
Hell yeah.
Now, is the wife a fan of the fact that, every fucking light bulb in the house has a fucking name and you got to fucking tell Google to turn the shit on and off? No. She wasn't at first. She's slowly been getting used to it. But yeah, so technology in the wrong hands, no matter what's always going to fuck somebody over.
Like it's going to do to all of us one day. And then we're going to do guerrilla radio from a satellite.
That's right. Just like
doing the,
pump up the volume.
We're going to end up doing the podcast on ham fucking radio.
Fucking pirate radio, motherfuckers. And then we won't have to worry about copyrights. We'll play whatever the fuck music we want. How about that, bitches? You ain't going to be able to stop shit then, are you? Fucking asshole.
Outside of that, what else you got, John?
I'm good. I want to know about your week now, man.
Well, let's swing over to Jay real quick because I'm pretty sure he's probably got a little bit of a quicker thing.
I do.
Leave the one incident from last Sunday out. I'll talk about that when we get to me.
God damn it! Fucking, of course it happened, didn't it? Anyways, you're correct. I don't have much. I did do a concert on Friday night that I was actually really proud to do. It came up really randomly last week. I said yes to work on the show. It was Los Tigres del Norte. They're a norteño band. They've been around since, John, this band has been around since 1968.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's like Grateful Dead shit, bro.
Did the fans smell like the Grateful Dead fans too?
No. They're Norteño, dude. Like it's a Mexican band.
Okay.
It's all like it was all in Spanish. Everything was in Spanish. Now, bear in mind, where did I grow up, John? Where did I grow up?
Tucson,
Arizona, 60 miles from the fucking border with Mexico. Okay, I've heard this band a million times, and I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I think I've even seen them before at the Pima County Fairgrounds when we were at like the Pima County Fair one year. Yeah, he knows. He knows Los Tigres. That's right. So
said that's cartel music,
bro. It was so they put me. They didn't have a barricade for this show. This one they had like it was seating all the way up to the fucking stage.
Yeah.
So I was on. They have like these stairs that go up to the stage. I was on one of the stairs, so I was like right there while they were doing their thing. It was fucking amazing. It reminded me of fucking Tucson. I had a
very
good time.
Cowboy vibes.
Mexican cowboy, yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Mexican
those
cowboy, yes.
Listen, those were some of the most badass ones too. If you look through the histories of it,
be very, very wary of a swarthy Mexican that's wearing fucking jeans, cowboy boots, an open button shirt, some fucking jewelry around his neck, and a fucking cowboy hat. Be very wary. Okay, whether they're the best guy in the world or somebody you don't want to deal with, just be wary if that's how they dress.
Mm-hmm.
Those and what I love about that music too is that it's not just like how like our American music. Yeah, our American music tells a story, but there's like they go through series like one whole album is a whole series of events.
There's a whole there's a whole genre now, and not just with like norteño music. It's they call them narco corridos.
Yeah,
and it's basically like there's a whole genre, and it's like, and that's not all they did. Again, they've been around since 1968. Like they predate a lot of the bullshit.
Yeah.
Okay, but they sang one of the original narco corridos, and it was about fucking goddamn Colombian guy, fucking the boss of bosses, Escobar.
Okay.
They sang a song about Escobar. And they actually played it at the concert. They sang one of the original songs, kind of like about that, and like so they were like pioneers, and they're legends in that arena. So like the Midland was hopping, freaking. It was an okay night. These old bastards, John. No, they didn't do La Bamba, although they did. They brought out a mariachi band.
Nice. I love that shit.
They have dancers. They have dancers for different songs in different costumes and stuff. Some of them are more traditional and some of them are more modern. They have dancers. They had a screen behind them that played different, images and videos and stuff while they
awesome.
sang. And John, like these guys are old as fuck, by the way.
I would imagine, because if they started in 1968, they were probably
one of the original members has already died. That's how old they are. Anywho, do you want to know how long their set was?
Oh God.
2.5 hours.
That's unreal.
That's one of the latest times I've ever. Usually when I work at the Midland, I'm getting out of there like around somewhere between 10:30 and 11:30, depending on sets and how long shit goes and how fast the crowd gets out.
That's wild.
I clocked out at 11:45. That was the latest I've ever walked out of the Midland. That was the latest I've ever walked out of the Midland. And like, oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah. You like Hispanics? You like Hispanics, essay? Fucking people from Mexico, people from Nicaragua, fucking like goddamn Colombia, fucking everywhere, bro. Like Mexico and South. The whole crowd. The whole motherfucking crowd. And they came dressed to kill. They came dressed to kill, bro. Your friendly neighborhood Jay. I can't exactly I'm not exactly chained up anymore, but I kind of bark from the porch. You know what I mean? But when I do concerts and events, I do get to look, right? I do get to look. That's part of my job. So there was plenty of fine looking ladies. There's plenty of fine looking ladies, man. Like the ladies were dressed to kill. The ladies were dressed to kill. A lot of the dudes are dressed to kill. Everybody had a good time. Seems like everybody got their money's worth for sure. Los Tigres are fucking legends. They're fucking legends, even if you don't know who they are. Okay, like it was good shit, and I was proud to do it. And it reminded me of my former home in Arizona. So yeah, that was kind of like a very short Jay's week because that's about all I did. But aside from working, but yeah, Joe fuck, Joe. Before we talk about me at all, tell me about your fucking truck because you had a really rough travel in to Kansas City and you flew out on Memorial Day. Oh, which by the way, we found out after Joe flew in, John. Last Friday set a record. The Friday before Memorial Day set a record for air travel. That's the most people.
Holy shit! That's right.
Ever traveled on a single day ever in the history of the United States. And
so
that story Joe told about going through Atlanta last week, he was doing that on the busiest travel day in history. In the United States. Go ahead.
Yep. So before we get into travel home, I'm going to touch on, after the podcast a little bit, we'll dive into the other situation after travel home. But we get done with the episode last week. Me and Jay, we go have some libations for a little bit before I head back to the hotel. We'll dive into what happened during those libations in a few minutes. But after get back to the hotel, me and the missus, we get an Uber. We go down to the World War I museum.
Fuck yeah!
Did you like it? How was it?
It was nice. I mean, so when we were there, one of the some people there, handing out flyers, getting people to sign up for the VFW. And one of the guys, actually, both of the guys that were there were from my local VFW.
Really?
Here at home.
Really?
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
Did it give you any incentive to maybe go check out the VFW or?
I'm still on the fence with it. So, some of my other buddies, there's been some things going on between some of my other veteran buddies in the VFW.
Your friend Jay Campbell right here on this podcast,
well, I mean, I know you're
lifetime member here
because you're part. Well, the issues going on with my other buddies, I'll have to get you guys the information there. I'm not going to talk about it here.
No,
on the show.
yeah.
Exactly, because it's more drama than it is good. But so that was pretty neat. They both were from the local VFW here back home, and they were out there in Kansas City at the World War I museum trying to get people to sign up for the VFW. So that was interesting. After we got done with that, we hit up a restaurant downtown, little pizza joint called Grinders. The way we found out about Grinders, so we saw it on an episode of Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives, probably about a month before the trip out there.
Nice.
So I got some photos. I'm gonna actually
please do. Please fucking do. I kind of know what you were. Yeah.
So this is from in the restaurant, the poster signed by Guy Fieri and everything that they give to every fucking restaurant that is on the show.
Yeah.
They do a lot of they're more pizza and stuff, but then they also have sandwiches like chicken parm, meatball hero, shit like that. So I'm gonna click back over here. That's the pizza. Pizza was
shit.
Great. Authentic New York style, fucking giant fucking slice.
John would have like it.
John would have fucking come in his pants, dude.
Wow.
Seriously.
Look at that.
So they have cheesy bread for an appetizer.
Yeah, that's like a regular ass fucking slice of pizza there, John.
Yeah. That's just a basic pepperoni and cheese.
That's basic.
No fucking bells and whistles.
Nothing. That's just a basic bitch fucking slice of pizza there, dude. That's how good that shit is.
My heart.
So
Grinders 100% earns their good reputation. 100%. That is a Kansas City staple right there.
The food was good. Now, I did get to see some traditional Kansas City hospitality there. So I got a slice. And we ordered an appetizer. The appetizer we got was their cheesy bread. And I love the way they do their cheesy bread because it's literally just it's their pizza, but instead of putting sauce, they just put cheese on it.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
Then they slice it into squares, and then they give you this whole fucking cheesy bread pie. So it's that proper ratio of cheese to fucking crust. Unlike if you get cheesy bread from a fucking chain pizza place where it's, like fucking an inch and a half fucking thick bread with very little cheese on it. Cheesy bread was good. The slice was perfect. Had a couple beers, and ordered their chicken parm sandwich because it's like, I'm Italian. I like chicken parm. I like a good chicken parm hero. Well, get the slices, get the cheesy bread. Chicken parm never makes it to the table. Waitress brings us our tab. I'm like, hey, we never got our other food. So she takes that off the tab and then gives me my fucking sandwich and fries to go, even though I didn't pay for it because it was already in the oven cooking.
Fucking A.
So that shit looks like a 10 out of 10.
The pizza, I would say definitely 10 out of 10. The guy that owns the place, he really cool dude. I talked to him for about 20 seconds while we were there, but the pizza was good. And then now we're going to go into Harvey's.
Here we go.
And Jay didn't even know I took this picture.
No, I did not.
I've seen that. I've seen that shirt before.
Look at that fucking ass, though. Isn't that fucking? Look at that beautiful ass. You like that ass? You can't have it, but do you like it? Look at that ass.
So we swing by after the podcast. We're like, let's go swing through Harvey's, have a couple beers, and then I'll get back to the hotel to the missus.
Everything was fine.
Everything was fine. We had our beer, we had our fucking shot. And then some douchebag.
Wait, hold on. No, we were tabbed out. Hold on.
Yeah.
We were
No, we had 2 beers and a shot. We tabbed out. Some guy, walking past, Jay's like, hey, how's it going? Reaches out to shake his hand, and the dude just refused.
Now back up just a second. The whole bar, I've been going there for a little while, right, John? This like my neighborhood, like years. Everyone at the bar that day, and the bar was full. It was Sunday. Bar was full, but everyone was regulars. I knew every single person in there, at least from Harvey's.
Even that guy?
Oh yes. Oh yeah. That was part of the problem. That was literally part of the problem. So go ahead, Joe. I want to hear this from Joe's perspective, actually, because I was involved, right? So I want to hear it from Joe's perspective. Like,
so this picture got taken. The picture I just showed of America's ass, according to from the dungeon.
Thank you. I love you too. I love you too. Thank you.
Was right before the incident happened. We just tabbed out. Jay's getting ready to, he's putting some music on the jukebox. We're going to listen to a few songs and then we're going to leave. Walking back to the table, this guy's going to pass him. Jay tries to shake his hand. The dude refuses to shake Jay's hand. And then all of a sudden, Jay's like, this guy makes a comment. Jay fucking makes a comment. The guy's like, well, let's go outside and deal with this. Jay's like, bet you won't. Let's do it in here. There's cameras in here. Bet you won't do it. Bet you won't do it. Fucking just, and everybody just kind of, the bar just goes silent. And everybody looks.
Everybody just starts facing the other way, like facing, like as you're sitting at the bar, you're facing the fucking drinks, you're facing the fucking bottles. Like everybody just fucking like starts staring fucking like darts like ahead.
They don't want to see nothing.
I fucking told dude.
Yep. So that happens, and then we're like, okay, well, fuck this. We're gonna have another beer. We've already fucking tabbed out. So we order another beer.
I hate to say it from the dungeon. It kind of was. It was bullshit. 100% bullshit. Like let there be no denying in any regard. The whole fucking thing was bullshit. Like Joe can probably attest. I didn't start it. But as soon as it started, like I was the one that got aggressively like showing my ass. So like that's kind of that's like, yes, Frenchie. Yes, ma'am. The one and only. Yeah. And that's like, I've been going there for a couple of years, about 2.5 now at this point, almost 3. And that's how I know a lot of people in there. Okay, not a big deal. I usually here's the other thing. I keep to myself. I don't do like weekend barbecues with the other regulars. Like I'm trying to become more social as I've gotten out of the Army. I'm trying to make friends, but Harvey's is kind of like my little my little safe space where I can go have a couple beers, be left the fuck alone. If I got something to think about, I'll think about it for a little bit before I go home and fucking like make dinner. Oh no! Yep. Oh no, Frenchie. Not only did they not just hear it, like I was loud. I raised my voice. I didn't shout. I didn't like Army shout, but it was more like, "Bet you won't do it. Bet you won't do it. No balls. Bet you won't fucking do it."
Just a little bit angrier when he said it though in the bar than when he just said it there. Like that's exactly what he was saying to this guy, but it was definitely.
He knew exactly what I was getting at. It pissed him off. He hated that, and as soon as I saw he hated it, I was like, I kept pressing that fucking button, kept pressing that button,
and then he finally fucking walked out.
What did he call me?
And then after
what did he call me before he walked out? It was like, a fucking scumbag or something?
He called you a self-righteous scumbag.
Self-righteous
he didn't just say you were a scumbag. He said you were a self-righteous scumbag.
Self-righteous scumbag. And do you know what I said, John? I was like, cool. Bet you won't do it.
And then there's me just sitting there at the table.
Poor Joe's just like watching all of this. Like
I'm sitting there at the table and my leg just starts to go into shaking and I start doing this with my hand. Like I'm like, shit pops off. I'm fucking jumping in. Fuck this. I ain't punched somebody in a while. Like
nobody at the bar was involved in that. They're all good people. For all I know, this fucking dude's a good person. That's how much I don't even fucking know him.
He was drunk. He was
drunk, and I don't know what the problem was. My problem, John, and the whole reason it all got instigated when he refused to shake my hand. The dude's been shaking my hand for 2.5 years. Oh, fucking A. Dude, like, man, dude, thank you. Fucking thank you. No, that's a compliment I'll take, goddammit. Like,
Frenchie, and that's the thing. That's the thing. Like, everybody in there, friendly as all get out.
They were. And Frenchie's correct. And that's what I'm saying. Also, again,
now
I always mind my own business. I do not fuck with people there. Like, I do not. I go there to do my drinking. If I want to have a little conversation, I'll say hi to people. We might chit chat a little bit, but I don't like. It wasn't. He might have just been drunk, but it was. John, if you shake my hand for 2.5 years, and you blatantly refuse to shake my hand, I'm gonna. It's actually world painted blood, brother. It's actually world painted blood. Like that's. Thank you, but again, thank you. Wow, look at that. World painted blood, bro. It's world painted blood.
But that's the best part is everybody in there was friendly. To me,
such a nice place.
We went in on Friday.
Food was so good.
No, that's
this place was
John. That's
different
Score.
place. Different place that has food.
Okay.
That is not Harvey's. That's Score. That's a different place on the street from me. No, you're okay.
But Jay even pointed it out, and I kind of noticed it because this bar, it's a lot of blue collar.
Very blue collar. Extremely blue collar.
Blue collar. You got some bikers in there, shit like that. So, I mean, obviously, I'm covered in fucking tats.
We fit in just fine there. We fit in just fine.
And James pointed it out, and I noticed it too. Both times we went in there over that weekend when we were there, people were looking at my tattoos. They were trying to decipher like what the fuck my tattoos were, what they meant, shit like that. But the bar's great. Bartender, she's cool. Because we tabbed out, then that happened, then we're like, we're gonna get another beer. Our next beer was on the house because of that fucking asshat. She just gave us the next beer on the house.
We got a free beer out of it too. Like Jay acted like an asshole, and we got free beers out of it too. Like I'm like very lucky, very, very fucking lucky, dude.
Mm-hmm.
What a moment.
Well, I'm not proud of that shit though, bro. Like if we're being completely honest, John. I'm currently at 1 week. I'm currently at 1 week, and I'm in a self-imposed exile from there right now. Like I have not gone back there since. And like that, I'm a fucking father, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm a dad.
I'm telling you, Jay,
This dude was in his 50s. This dude wasn't like when Joe's not talking about some young punk biker. He's talking about like a blue collar construction working, whatever the fuck he does for a living, gray haired, with a beard, blue collar dude. Like, we got to be responsible too, right?
Exactly.
But at the same time, like, if you're gonna,
so
I don't know how to explain it. Like, if you push me to that point, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. When people have that like fight or flight response, almost 100% of the time, mine is fight. So like, I'm not stepping outside with anyone anywhere. Get your fucking ass over here and let's do it now. Like, get your fucking ass. I don't give a fuck if there's cameras. Like, that's like, dude, I don't. Here, let me be a self-righteous scumbag. Okay, let me be a self-righteous scumbag for a second. I was in the fucking infantry. Like, nothing on this fucking planet scares me anymore. So if you're gonna fucking make some sort of aggressive maneuver towards me, like, you better fucking go all in. You better fucking go all in, because I definitely will. I 100% will every time. I will push every chip I have onto the fucking table.
Yeah.
And Joe, fuck. I'm not proud of this shit, by the way, John. I'm not fucking proud of it.
Listen,
okay?
sometimes you gotta.
Because
on Monday when he picked us up from the fucking hotel, and we were heading to his house before fucking we had to get to the airport, he was apologizing to me like a motherfucker, and it's like, dude, you did nothing wrong though. In the way I'm looking at it, Jay did nothing wrong. This guy instigated it. Jay just made it very clear that Jay wasn't going to put up with the shit and cause this guy to back the fuck down. Yeah. That's all that fucking happened. Is it something to be proud of? I mean, I'm not proud of it when I do shit like that. However, as a veteran, as a man,
how about we just
you're not going to punk me out.
How about as a survivor? I would consider all three of us on this show, our families, like, we're survivors. Like, regardless of anything I've ever done in my life up to this point, irrelevant. Like, I'm not, you said it right there. I'm not going to put up with your shit. I'm just not going to fucking, I know Frenchie, that's what scares me. He wouldn't have. And that's the other part, because that's where the cops get involved and you get sued. And
that's where I was more, I think in that moment, like, yes, I would have jumped in.
Fucking A.
In that moment, I would have jumped in, but it would have been more my prior, the MP in me jumping in to pull Jay off of this guy before he killed him. It wouldn't have necessarily been me going in, throwing punches and helping Jay out. It would have been me grabbing Jay and restraining Jay.
Yeah, because someone has to do it. Someone has to do it.
Well, yeah. Yes.
Not that you don't have self-control, but
no, I do have self-control, but
we all know that when you're in, and not just you, but many other people, if you're in that,
John, you've seen it. When you and me start going at it, and when we argue, I stop listening. I stop hearing. Like,
me too.
I can physically hear. There's sound waves hitting my eardrums, right? I can physically hear, but in my brain, it's like this fucking like train, and it's not even a freight train. It's like some ungodly fucking like mass heading at warp speed into a fucking black hole. And so like that's what happens. And Joe caught a glimpse. Like that was a shadow of a fucking glimpse. And it was like, and that's why I don't like it. I do not like getting agitated that bad, because when I get agitated, it's really hard for me to like bring it down. I can stay up for fucking 3 days straight when I get agitated. You know what I mean? And like just on the fucking anger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's probably not good for my blood pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably not good for my blood pressure. It's not good for my health. You know, and violence and anger do not make for diplomatic relations, right? If the dude has a problem with me and him could have had a beer, and he could say, Jay, you're kind of a self-righteous scumbag. I don't like you. I'd be like, cool, let me buy you a beer. I'll never talk to you again. And it would have stopped right there.
Yep.
It would have fucking stopped right there. But when you make a show out of not shaking my hand after shaking it for 2.5 years, and you've never said word one to me,
well,
like, I'm gonna take very fast offense, and I'm gonna call you out on it, and fucking you ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. You ain't gonna do a goddamn thing. You know what I mean?
And
like,
the
bet money. You ain't gonna do a
Yep.
goddamn thing.
The one thing Jay's not mentioning is this isn't the first time this exact same person's done this.
Yeah, it happened a time before. So I thought maybe both of us might have been just a little tipsy. Mistakes happen when you're saying goodbye. Like, what's the old saying? What's the saying that George Bush fucked up? It's like, fool me once, fucking shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Right?
Yep.
Fool me 3 times, you can't be fooled again.
Something like that. Yeah, that was
so.
That was
you
number
know,
two. That was number 2, and Joe was not present for fucking time number 1. So there was a very minute amount of backstory there. There was a very I don't fucking hang out with anybody.
So there's lore to this.
Well, I don't hang out with anybody there, and it's not because any of them are bad people. That has nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
I'm a single dad. I work. I have to be functionally responsible. You know what I mean? I am trying to be more social. I am trying to make friends. I am trying to do X, Y, and Z in my life to be a more healthy and productive member of society.
Jay, you're doing great.
I'm trying. I'm trying. We'll get to that in a minute.
That's what makes it great. That you're trying.
I'm going to go ahead and say this though. We're gonna skate from this subject after this one last comment from me here, Jay.
Fucking please.
While you're on this hiatus from Harvey's, I'm going to tell you while the girls are
wherever they are
in Colorado, wherever they're at.
I plan on exploring. That's the idea. I
go down to the drum room lounge.
Drum room?
Go to the drum room lounge.
At the President.
Yep. Go to the drum room at the President. Have a couple beers there. I know you're more of a beer person, but I will tell you, you have to at least try the old fashioned on the menu once.
I would. 100% would. I mind mixed drinks every once in a while. So yes.
So their old fashioned, apparently, like that's one of their mixed drinks they're known for is their smoked old fashioned that they do.
Awesome. That's what I'll fucking order first then. That's exactly what
And the bartender was telling me a week they make about 3,000 of these motherfuckers. A week.
I believe it.
Because it's their most popular drink.
Good.
So, you know, while you've got some time,
I think it's healthier to find healthy places to do your thing. And if your thing is enjoying libations and spirits, sometimes if you have a certain personality type, you might want to find a better place to go, right? And maybe that's part of my self-imposed exile too. Maybe I don't necessarily need to be around my fellow blue-collar warriors. Maybe I need to go to a place where people are a lot more polite and well-spoken and don't shake your hand for 2 years before they decide they don't like you. Right?
Yeah, and the nice thing with the drum room, and I'll say this, you know, even though it's attached to the hotel,
John, can you see me grinding my teeth, John?
Yeah,
I do actually. Teeth? I'm sorry, Joe.
But the thing with the drum room, it's attached to the hotel, but it's not like the Hilton's bar. It's not like your typical hotel bar where, you know, the hotel chain says they can only serve these types of drinks, this alcohol versus that alcohol. They're privately owned.
That was my cheers. That's Harvey's is not a bad place. That's probably that was
it's almost got the exact same setup too.
It really does. It's
like near there's the door, the bar, the bathrooms. Sorry, Scolini.
And a couple of pool tables and a patio out back.
That's so definitely I will highly suggest, Jay, while you got some downtime over the next couple weeks.
I might do it tonight. I ain't working today. Might do it tonight.
Now again, they don't open till 4.
That's perfect.
But that's perfect. You go down there, you get you a drink or two, and then you head back to the casa. Fucking, you know. But now Monday, travel home. We're gonna dive into that and that entire clusterfuck. So being a tech person, I have, I have the Delta app on my phone so I can, check into my flight, get my boarding passes right there on my phone. Don't need to fucking go to the counter to check in, anything like that. For some reason, my app was being a dick on Monday. So I had to get there and actually check in at the counter. Get there. I think we got there about 2:30 to check in. No, that's why I use a VPN. And fucking a shit ton of encryption.
Oh shit.
But so we get there about 2:30. Well, before we get there, Jay picks us up from the hotel. We checked out. Jay picks us up. We swing by a gas station. I needed to get a thing of Zen, a pack of gum, some kind of electrolyte drink because I did nothing but drink the entire time I was in Kansas City. So, I needed something to replenish my fucking fluids after fucking 3 days of nothing but alcohol for hydration.
Nothing wrong with that. We love you,
and
Joe.
then while we're there, it's like, you know what? I'm going to get me a soda. And because in Missouri, you can buy fucking liquor in a gas station. Can't do that in North Carolina.
I love how that like just shocked you. It was like Joe gets to Missouri and finds out you can get fucking goddamn hard liquor at every gas station, and his brain is just like
kind of break my brain for a second. Like, I know you've told me about it before, Jay. My buddy out there that lives out there, Mike, that I met up with on Saturday, he's told me about it before. But it's one of those things, like, until you physically see it in person, it doesn't fully register that this is real. Like, you can go into a gas station and get fucking a shooter and a fucking 20-ounce bottle of Coke and fucking drink a little bit out of that Coke and fucking
2 shooters is the proper ratio.
2 shooters.
2 shooters to a fucking 20-ounce.
Proper ratio.
All right. Let's not stand on ceremony here. Okay. Like we all know what we do in the fucking dark of night. Okay. Go ahead.
So Jay's we go into the gas station, I grab my drinks. Jay's like, well, I'm going to do a rum and Coke. He gets him a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, 2 shooters of rum. And I'm standing there and I'm like, that's a good idea. Before we have to head to the airport, we're going to Jay's place to, chit chat for a bit because we had like 2 hours to kill. Yep. So I get, 2 shooters of Jack Daniels and a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar cream soda.
Yes.
Oh,
right.
Fuck yeah.
Listen to this, John. Listen to this.
So, and Jay was surprised I knew this tactic because this is something Jay's done before. You buy that 20-ounce and you drink down to about the bottom of the neckline to where that first crease is in the bottle.
It's like basically where the label is usually.
Okay. Yeah, and then you dump your 2 shooters in, you put the lid back on, you kind of swirl it in your hand like this gently so it doesn't build up the carbonation and cause it to go fucking poof when you try to open it. I add my 2 shooters in when we get back to Jay's house. I'm sipping on mine, he's sipping on his. I'm like, hey, Jay, you need to try this. I had Jay try it. Fucking this drink, cream soda Dr. Pepper with 2 fucking ounces of fucking JD in it.
It fucking
worked. Phenomenal.
Completely worked. It was good. It was
do that, then we have
like
a
cream
beer.
soda. I love cream soda too. I'm gonna have to try out the Dr. Pepper.
I was shocked at how well it paired. I was completely shocked at how well it paired. It was like I was like, oh fuck. Next time I fucking do this, like I might get this fucking cream soda shit and Jack Daniels fucking next time because like goddamn.
And the thing is, the Dr. Pepper and Jack Daniels being your bigger name fucking whiskey. Jack Daniels is very easy to begin with. It's a very basic fucking whiskey. If you're going to drink a mixed drink, you always want to use something cheaper like JD anyways. But the Dr. Pepper and the cream soda really kind of helped extenuate, like the flavor combination was perfect. Yes, cream soda is really good. I like cream soda myself. Regular cream soda, fucking the Dr. Pepper cream soda. You get those, 23 flavors plus 1.
Joe, let me stop you right there. I think that's completely a Gen X and fucking millennial thing. Like we all love cream soda. Like my kids are not fans of like cream soda very much. And I think it's because of the variety of like sugary bullshit they've like imbibed like over their life at this point.
Yeah.
Like the youth do not like cream soda and root beer very much at all. This is like a hardcore Gen X millennial thing, like root beer floats, cream soda on a fucking hot fucking summer day. You know, robble. Go ahead, Joe.
So, we do that. Then we head out to go to the airport. Well, while we're sitting there drinking, I get a notification from fucking the airline. Oh, your flight's been delayed till 7:45 tonight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it happened.
So, Kansas City's a bigger airport to begin with. So it's like, screw it. We're still going to get there a couple hours early. If we get through security quick, we'll grab a bite to eat, fucking just bullshit around the airport for a bit, and then fucking, get to our gate. Ate, had a few beers at a fucking restaurant there. But check in, that flight gets delayed. My connecting flight still hadn't been delayed. So with the time that my plane would have landed from Kansas City to Atlanta, I'd have had 30 minutes to get to the next gate to fucking get on the flight. Like, my plane would have landed while the next plane was already boarding.
Which is not going to happen in the Atlanta airport. You're not going to make it. Like, you are not 110% not going to make it in that airport. Not with that. So that
luckily, while we're exactly. So luckily, while we're sitting there eating, I get a notification that my connecting flight's now been delayed, and instead of leaving Atlanta at 10:30, it's now not leaving Atlanta until midnight.
Shit happens. Welcome to Memorial Day fucking weekend, fucking travel time.
I'm kind of internally already freaking out that we're going to miss our next flight anyways. That goes away because now the next flight's not leaving till fucking an hour and a half after we land in Atlanta at this point. So we're good to go. Just, and then we're sitting there.
What time did you actually get home that night? Like when you
2:30 in the morning.
Say again. What?
We pulled into the parking lot at the townhouse at 2:30 Tuesday morning.
And your wife still went to fucking work the next day?
Yep. She's the real fucking G in this story.
You tell Miss Amy, I don't like that, but I'm proud of her. Okay, like I don't like that, but I'm proud.
Didn't like it either. But so we pull into the townhouse, go to get into our fucking parking spot that we pay for. We have a reserve spot that I pay $50 a month for, and some asshat's parked in my fucking parking spot.
Oh God.
At 2:30 in the morning.
So now I'm pissed off.
Oh, you weren't pissed off enough because of all the fucking delays?
No, that would set me off too. After coming home 2:30 in the morning, someone's parked in my reserved spot.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck no, Snake.
So
fuck no, Snake.
So I didn't have the fucking tow company's number because the complex forgot to give it to me when we got the reserve spot. So we had to park somewhere else. So this entire fucking week, I've been purposefully not parking in our fucking reserve spot, hoping this asshat parks there again so I can have their shit towed.
Fuck
nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Like I will be to a fucking
full fucking send. Full fucking send. Fucking send that shit. Send that shit. That's like fucking
because Tuesday
Jade Harvey's. That's Jade Harvey's right there. Fucking send that shit. Just fucking send it.
So Tuesday I fucking I sleep in. I get up around noon. I fucking get all the fucking cleaning I needed to get done around the fucking townhouse. I go up to the office, get the fucking tow company's number. Now it's saved in my fucking phone, so that way anybody parks in that fucking spot again, they're getting towed. I don't care if it's fucking 2 o'clock in the morning or 10 in the evening. Right. But I've literally been trying to hope they fucking park in my spot.
Just waiting. Just fucking waiting.
Well, the apartment, when I was talking to the complex manager, I took a picture of the fucking car's license plate.
Hell yeah.
And when I went up there to get the tow company's number, I said something to the complex, and she's like, "Oh, that car, whoever drives that car, they don't live here."
I was just gonna say it sounds like a guess to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a guess being fucking lazy, not parking in a
But
guest.
that car's been back every day this week.
Ooh.
However,
Yep.
she sent out a reminder email about the reserve spots because of our incident. They haven't parked my fucking spot.
Maybe somebody's actually listening. Maybe somebody's actually fucking listening.
That's, the pettiness. I finally, yesterday we went to the pool. I got done with it. I'm like, you know what? Now we're going to fucking just start parking in our spot again, because obviously they're fucking listening. They saw whoever they're visiting, or if maybe they might not even be a visitor. It might be somebody got a new car for all I know. So, they saw the email and now they're fucking listening. So they're not going to fucking park there again. Good. Fucking good. But yeah, no, the missus, she gets up we get home, it's 2:30 in the morning. At 6:25 in the morning, she's up in the fucking shower getting ready to go to fucking work 3.5 4 hours later.
Fucking champion. Hold on. Fucking champion. Fucking champion. Fucking A. Fucking A.
So, I mean,
That's
outside
wild.
of that, this week, nothing really fucking drastic or fucking anything like that. Really just playing fucking catch up with work, catch up with sleep, because I didn't sleep in at all the entire time we were out of town last weekend. Yesterday we did get up at like 7:30 and got with the neighbors, and we went for a hike around the fucking lake. Did a nice little 6-mile hike. Through the woods.
How'd that go?
Amy learned she needs to get new shoes.
How's your knee?
Knees, it's sore still from all the walking in Kansas City plus that, but
Getting there?
gotta fucking do something. I gotta start fucking shedding some of this fucking
A. That's okay.
weight off.
Hey, we talked about it a couple weeks ago. I hit my fucking red line fucking a couple weeks ago. So yeah, and I'm still on the fucking
and then
wagon. Like
then after that, we went to our little local bagel shop. I got me a fucking, cream cheese and fucking smoked salmon on a jalapeno cheddar bagel for breakfast. Had a coffee. Then we came back, packed the coolers, and went to the fucking pool. And I got sunburned.
That sounds like a good day. That sounds like a good day, though.
So today's cleaning, and then we're meeting up with some buddies at the Mexican restaurant for dinner tonight.
That sounds nice. That sounds nice, Joe.
But yeah, so that's pretty much my week / travels.
Fantastic.
It's good, Joe.
Amy has told me a total of 98 times since we got home that I'm no longer allowed to book flights.
Hey, John, his wife is fucking amazing.
That's good.
She is the sweetest lady. She is the fucking sweetest
well, let
lady.
me remind everybody from last week's episode, the initial travel through Atlanta airport, when somebody's fucking getting on the tram, we're trying to get off. I've shoulder dropped, so I'm pushing my way through people. This lady gets on the tram, blocks Amy on it, and Amy, in the most southern politeness possible way, says, "Can you get the fuck out of my way, please?" Like, please, at the end of it, like, you don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I need to teach her.
She's good. She's very beautiful and very, very sweet. She's a lovely lady.
Good.
And
I'm happy to hear that everyone had a good time. I'm happy to hear that it was a positive time. That one little moment, that's just a little seasoning on the icing. You know what I mean?
That's a day that ends in Y in the land of J.
Yeah.
That's a fuck, like that shit doesn't even get a fucking historical footnote in the fucking in the fucking tome, dude.
Yeah, it's just one of those things that happen.
That was like one incident out of like 10,000 that I've had in my fucking life, bro. Are you kidding me? Like that one ain't even fucking going in the record books. The only reason it's probably going to is because we fucking talked about it today. Like, seriously.
Absolutely.
Like seriously.
And today's conversation was a great conversation. It was a great conversation. We filled the show up. And before we end the show, I just want to say next week, I'm getting more information on this, but next week we're going to be talking about psychedelic drugs. The MDMA faces questions as the FDA considers approval for PTSD. I don't have enough information on this, but I will on next week's episode, so we could kind of.
I already have some information on it, but I'll be
good.
happy to talk. I'll be happy to talk about it.
Yeah, and I just want to say it's military.com. I get all my news for them. Check them out. 25 years of service that they are hitting this year. It's fucking awesome. But yeah, that's going to be next week's episode. I also just want to also put in check out if you're listening to us on YouTube, we have other places that you can listen to us. If you don't catch us live, you can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, or anywhere else that you get your podcast. We're even on Amazon Music. That's how crazy this is.
What's the other one we're on? Are you allowed to talk about that one?
Yeah, we're on.
The one that we're getting a lot of views on lately.
Oh, Rumble.
Are you allowed to say it?
Yeah, so we're on Rumble. And it's actually kind of cool to talk about this because we don't really promote Rumble. So there are a lot of outside people who are watching the show from Rumble who are enjoying it, even to a point that we're making pennies. Yeah, even from the dungeon.
For the three of us, like, which for the three of us, like, it's hilarious. Like, yeah,
it's
we laugh in a very anarchist manner. You know what I mean? Like we laugh about it, but it's like fucking cool. Fucking bring it in, bring it on. You know what I mean? Like
what R word from the dungeon? Rebuke? I'm kidding. But yeah, make sure you check us out on all these platforms. I also want to throw in there too. You could check out your friend Clean Sanchez, June 11th on From the Dungeons morning show, The Vault. We're gonna be talking about we're gonna nerd out on that one a little bit. June 13th, I will be a guest on Throat Punch Thursday. I'm gonna be having a conversation with the one and only YouTube's own Master Sergeant Retired. I'm super excited to do that.
Hey, dude, that sounds like a lot of fun.
That's going to be an interesting.
Is that a live show?
I believe that is a live show. That's under the Fine Fix Finish Productions, which have Stone Vet and all those guys who have been showing us so much love.
I expect a fucking link. Like,
I got you.
And second you go live.
Yeah, and I also want to say, I was talking to the guys earlier too. I got these guys too. They're great guys. They know how to talk. D Rotten, I know you want them. Take them anytime you want. I actually got their schedules. So, guys, you got to let these guys spread their wings. I've been working. There's a reason why I'm working with them. Okay, there's a reason why I hang out with them every Sunday. There's a reason why we talk shit every Sunday. There's a reason why I love being here. Okay.
Our fucking church, goddammit.
And while we're here, so we got the final moment, the final thought. We call it the final moment too, whatever you want, but it has always been the final thought. And it is no different than what we have talked about before, guys. All right. And something that I do want to talk about, we know what month it is, okay? And we know how you guys feel about corporations just kind of forcing it down your throat. But there's also a morality in this too, where you should be aware of the people around you and respect the people around you, no matter how they live their lives. Now, if they're doing bad stuff, you call them out on their bullshit. But there's a lot of people out here that get spoken to in a way that don't deserve it. And we have seen this throughout fucking history, and I'm tired of it. Okay.
I'm seeing a lot more hate on my Facebook feed specifically this year than I think I've ever seen. I think I've seen more Facebook hate right now than I've ever seen on Facebook.
It's so sad.
And it's my bro. I have a gay brother, and I have more gay friends across the spectrum. Okay. Across my entire life. I'm 43 years old. I'm the old man of this fucking show. When the three of us were in the army, don't ask, don't tell was still a fucking thing.
That's right.
Okay. These poor bastards just got the right to get fucking married in 2016. And there's people out there that would fucking take that shit right goddamn back.
And they're trying to right now.
They are trying to.
They are trying to.
We ain't fucking stupid. Okay. I can see it coming a mile away. Not everybody believes what you believe. Not everybody cares about what you care about. You're not fucking special. You're not fucking special.
That's right. And here in DD214 Network, we support all walks of life.
That is correct. 110 fucking % we got.
And the big thing here is that if you have a family that doesn't love you, you got one right here that does.
Fucking A. We got our own fucking tribe.
This world is too, I mean, look, by conspiracy theory timelines, the world's going to end in a few years. So, so what do you, if the world was ending in 6 hours, what would you do to live your last 6 hours in the best moral possible view that you would,
and how ashamed of yourself would you be when you realize you hated the people that you fucking loved, and some of the people that could have been like the best people that you ever fucking met in your life, but like you couldn't fucking stand them because of something they did in their own time behind closed doors. Like
something that has nothing to do with you. No, something that has nothing to do with you. And
like let the motherfuckers let everybody have a fucking parade. They deserve it. Like they had to fight for it. They had to fight for their freedoms. In the land of the free, they had to fight for their freedoms. Tough fucking shit if you don't like it. Tough fucking shit. Get the fuck over yourself.
And guys, you already know the deal. If you guys don't want to talk to us, if you guys don't have friends or family that you can speak to or don't feel comfortable speaking to them, because that's a thing too. You guys can hit text or call. Oh, wow. Did we just lose Squilini? Text or call 988. Okay. You could also dial 1-800-273-8255, 1-800-273-TALK. This is the National Suicide Hotline. They are there to listen to they will sit there for hours. They will sit there with you for hours. Okay. This is not a joke. This is everything. It takes a lot to sit there and listen to someone's story and to be there for them. All you have to do is just open up your ears, because if they can do it, if they're sitting there in their cubicles, in their homes, in an office or whatever it is, then you could do the same thing for your friends. You could do the same thing for your family, your spouse. All right.
Good job, Joe. Good job, Joe.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. We lost connection, but guys, guys, we love you. Just stop hating each other, please. Stop hating each other.
Happy Pride Month. Happy Pride Month. And then fucking twist your fucking panties in a bunch. Go fucking boil some milk, you fucking titty babies.
That's right.
Boil some milk, you fucking titty.
Yeah, stop milking. Stop milking the corporate cow. Love each other. Buy yourselves and other people a fucking iced tea or a chocolate milk, okay? Because I am sick and tired of being sick and tired of people. Look, I'm 36 years old. Jay's 40 something. Squilini's 35 now.
And connection's about to go. Yeah, 35.
35. So, we're all at the age that this shit, we ain't got no room for that. So, guys,
fucking celebrate that shit with some slurricane.
Listen, all the big cities are doing it right now, but guys,
your fucking life. Fucking be free. That's what freedom fucking is.
You and the damn hurricane.
Yeah, the last time I saw him drink something blue, he passed out. This is insane, guys. And thank God we're ending it now. So, guys, we love you. We'll see you in 168 hours. Guys, go check out all our friends, affiliates. Go check out www.cleansanchezmedia.com. There's a new shirt coming very soon. It's being designed by Cobalis Designs. And guys, we love you. We love you.
We love you. We do love you.
Real quick, John, I'm just going to throw a plug in here too.
Please.
If you are interested in reaching out to have me come on to a show, inquiries at techguymedia.com. That's going to be the best way to reach me.
Yeah.
Yes, I do have my own custom domain now.
If you want to reach Jay, talk to fucking John.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, everyone's their own guy. You could contact Squilini. And it's no offense to anybody. I'm not his agent, but he does have his own contact. Jay's a little bit behind on the technology, so I'll take care of him.
Yeah, we take care of Jay, but you know, me and John, we both have our own contacts, domains, LLCs, fucking LMNOPs, all that bullshit. So,
gentlemen, the correct term is you guys are my handlers. Okay. You guys are my handlers.
And
whoa. I don't remember signing up to be your handler through the CIA or anything, Jay.
I got bad news for you. I got bad news for you, homie. You joined this fucking podcast. You're fucked. Like, you already signed that dotted line, bro.
It's over. You know what, D? We're gonna talk about that this week. I'm out to work, boys. I'll see you later.
Love you guys.
Love you guys. Until next week.